Hi Krishna. So now we are in the Krishna's kitchen in Fuengirola, in Bliss. And here is a Purujit Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Oh, okay. Better I bow down. Okay, Purujit Prabhu. What are you doing now?
So,
What could you say to us, like some basic about the kitchen?
somehow or other, after many millions and millions and billions of lifetimes, we have been given a golden opportunity to render direct service to Krishna. So, he has allowed us, the Jagais and Madais, the low-class people, like myself, to prepare a meal for him. Say, by the way, Krishna is God.
Oh, okay.
When we say Krishna, we mean God. So somehow he opened up his kitchen and he allowed us to enter and prepare some offering for him. So what we cook here, this is done according to the instructions of our spiritual master, who has kindly initiated us. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Oh, very good. You got a picture there. And it's all based on that one shloka from the Bhagavad Gita. Patram pushpam palam toyam yume bhakte pranashyati.
What's the meaning of the shloka?
The meaning is that Krishna says that I accept a flower, I accept fruit, I accept water, and I accept leaf. 4 different groups of offerings. So, you know, like you see here, this carrot, this is like a leaf, vegetable, or whatever, there's some leaves there.
Okay.
Or this is a fruit, water, like that.
Okay, good to know.
So we're offering from that category. Very simple recipes, doesn't have to be very complicated. So today, the most important, and probably you know this already, those who are practicing Krishna consciousness for some time, is that in the kitchen there are 2 main rules. Don't taste and don't smell. You can smell if there's some burning. You can smell if you're suspicious. Is it burning? Oh, let me check. But not for enjoyment. This is so good. No, this is all for Krishna. Not just the food stuff, but even the smell, even the pots, everything is for Krishna. Only. Like for example, these pots we have here, we don't use for anything except cooking for Krishna. We don't even use them to distribute the prasadam. We have transfer containers.
Okay.
And from these transfer containers we distribute to the devotees or people who come. But these pots are strictly for Krishna.
It's very strict actually.
It is. It's after all, it is God. We're cooking for God, so it's not a joke. And the atmosphere should be transcendental when we cook. Not cook, like crazy. So I play a little bhajan. Usually I play a class. I prefer class than the bhajan. But during the class, when we listen to Prabhupada's class, we should not talk. At least I think we should not talk over Prabhupada, because Prabhupada is present in the sound. So if you talk over Prabhupada, it's just like talking over Prabhupada if he was here physically present. So yeah, we don't cook, we don't taste and we don't smell. Everything is prepared with intelligence. You plan out everything very nicely before. There's no experimental method that in the Western countries, in non-devotees, they cook by experimental methods. Let me taste, let me smell. We cook by the parampara method. By hearing, we get to know about the recipe, and then we prepare. And there's no accident. Everything comes out very nicely. So, yes. So, the most important is to plan out things, as I said before. So today, I made a plan. I'm gonna make sabji.
What is sabji?
Sabji means vegetables.
Oh, okay.
So, vegetables. Something for health. So Krishna is healthy. Rice, as you can see there. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Is it basmati?
yeah,
Is
and
it
here's a
basmati?
dough for chapati.
Oh, let me see. Oh,
Yeah, this is what I prepared before already
okay.
in the morning. So I cover the dough with the wet cloth, and this secures the dough to be soft and nice for rolling the chapatis for Krishna. Chapatis are like pancakes,
Pancakes.
but not sweets. Kind of like a flat bread, they call it flat bread.
Mm-hmm.
So
How long should I keep this dough like this, in this condition?
like an hour maybe.
1 hour, approximately. Okay.
Yeah. So this cutting takes a long time, and if you have some nice helper, just like Paramahamsa Prabhu,
Maybe better to not show him. It will be selfish.
then
Just quickly.
your work is minimized
Hmm.
significantly. So one devotee is cutting, and one devotee can already cook. It's a nice teamwork. That works very nicely. If you have to cook everything on your own, it's not so easy. So yeah, now we're gonna cut all the vegetables. This is a pumpkin. You heard of a pumpkin before? Alright. It's like the Cinderella, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we took the pumpkin and then we turned it into a nice chariot. So similarly, you take a pumpkin and it turns into a nice prasadam when you cook it and offer it to Krishna.
I would have a question about, because I also heard that also vegetables and fruits are also living beings. So how can we understand that there is like no conflict? Because the Hare Krishnas are not violent. They are peaceful.
Yeah.
But vegetable like this pumpkin, little pumpkin, he's also a living being. So how can we understand it is okay?
Yeah, that's a good question. And you see, it brings the vegan challenge. The vegans, they're challenging, oh, you're taking milk, so you kill us also. Actually, everywhere, there's a living being everywhere. Even in the air, there's so many living entities.
Okay.
And these living entities, we know from the Bhagavad Gita, there is no difference. The soul is of the same quality. The body might be different. Someone might have a body of a dog, or a hawk, or a mosquito. So the consciousness is not so developed in a mosquito, or a plant, or a tree. If you cut a tree, it doesn't protest. If you cut a hawk or a cow, they cry. Because they can feel more. But the soul is the same everywhere. I mean, individual of the same quality. You can become a mosquito, you can become a tree. Depends on your consciousness. So, when we offer, oops.
The lecture, yes?
This is a song sung by great Vaishnava Lord Jagannath.
Okay. Okay.
So when you offer the vegetables to Krishna, these living entities are offered to Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So if Krishna eats you, you're very fortunate. Krishna eats you. Krishna is all auspicious. So usually people, they ask God, give us our daily bread. But we can pray, oh Krishna, if I become a vegetable, thanks to my sinful activities, you can't eat me. And then you immediately become liberated when Krishna eats you. So the cow, okay, she's very unfortunately treated by these rascals. But if we use that milk to offer to Krishna, then she gets the benefit. And if we don't offer that milk, then she just slaughtered and there's nothing we can do about it.
Okay.
You see? So we have to offer milk.
So there is no meaning to veganism.
No.
No, I just don't want
Very
to
bad.
take milk from these cows because it's not proper. Let me not support it. So it's nonsense because anyway, it's not gonna help them anyway. Better to engage those cows in the service and offer that milk to Krishna. Yes, as I understood from your statement.
Yes, but
Okay.
I'm not saying if someone has a cow and he's starting like a community, that's very good. That's better, of course.
Okay.
But see, in our position, we're the poor brahmacharis and we're struggling. What can we do? Milk must be offered. Because the milk nourishes the subtle brain tissues which help to understand spiritual subject matters. You see? So people who don't take milk, they have difficulty to understand Krishna consciousness philosophy. You see, so it's necessary. Milk is necessary for a human being. Maybe from the health point of view, it might not be necessary, but from the spiritual point of view, yeah. You need good brain. So,
But also, sorry, yes.
so we take whatever is available, what can be done. And if people take prasadam and they become devotees, then they read Prabhupada's books and they become inspired to open a farm. You see? And if we don't give them prasadam, nice prasadam, sweet rice, gulab jamuns, sweet bowls,
Sweet balls.
sandesh, then they will not become devotees and they will continue killing the cows. You can protest, you can do so many things. There will always be people who eat cows and will kill cows. And this is not because they want, but because they're accustomed, they're conditioned in that way. And as they acquire some higher taste, it's pointless to tell them, oh, you should give it up. So just like the Christians, right? It's all, Jesus died for you, so you better serve him, guilt-based preaching. They're not into this guilt-based preaching. Yeah. Everyone is killing. Just like now, so many living entities are killed simply by pouring the water, the hot water, boiling the water. So many living entities are being killed every second. But if we serve Krishna, we do things for Krishna, and whatever killing is done, that is purified. And Krishna takes charge of that reaction. Oh, you killed for me? Okay, I'll take responsibility. And for Krishna there is no sin, right? He's God.
Okay.
He has created, he can destroy, that's okay. You didn't create a cow. You cannot make a cow in a laboratory, although they try, but they can't make a laboratory cow. So they have no right to kill. Now they made this artificial meat. You heard of this?
No, never. Really?
Yeah, they're growing meat in a laboratory. So that is good. It's a good idea. I don't know how healthy it is, but yeah, that will eliminate the killing, right? And they grow the tissue in a laboratory. They don't have to kill the cow. And let the meat eaters eat this grown meat. There's no difference. That's good. Some good science. Also, they manufactured skin, leather. They grow leather, you know, in a laboratory. Okay, so yeah, I cut everything up like this, and I separated different departments: tomato, pumpkin, carrot. And the reason why I'm doing it is that the vegetables, they take different time to boil. For example, this pumpkin is a little hard.
Okay.
Or potato. Potato is even harder. Pumpkin is not so hard, but it is harder than, let's say, tomato, right? And carrot is even more. So we're gonna add them gradually, according to, you know, first you put the hard ones, and then you put the softer ones later on. But with tomato there's an exception, because you can make like a chons, and then you fry the hard vegetables in that chons. So put tomatoes, okay.
What is chont?
Chons is like a nice bath for the sabjis. You can make a nice bath. You add ghee, some cumin seeds, some hing. You create kind of like a nice bath for the vegetables, and then they take bath in this bath, and they become nicely cooked.
Okay.
Now, where is the grater? Greatest.
The greater.
Yeah, so you also do this. Prepare the ginger. Ginger is very healthy. And you always add ginger to sabji, always.
What is ginger good for? Can you give some advices?
Like digestion, prevention of different diseases. It's good for cleansing, you know, good for headache. Anyway, these are just side effects. The most important is to please Krishna.
Okay.
Alright, so ready to cook. Another important rule is that always clean up after yourself right away. Don't wait, because then it piles up and then you have a mess. And in a mess you can't focus on what you're doing. So it might look like, oh, it's so much work and unnecessary. Why? You can just do it later. But if you do it while you're cooking at the same time, the mind is kept in nice peace, so there is no problem. And you can focus nicely. You need to focus. If you're disturbed, you can't focus on cooking. Alright, so we're gonna take a pot. What you do with the pots is that you put some water there before you start cooking, because while the pot is lying on the shelf, dust might come, some dirt.
Okay.
And then you're cooking with the dust for Krishna. Not very scientific, right? You don't want to dust. You don't want to put dust in the sabji for Krishna. So each time you do a little rinse before you start cooking. Alright.
Okay. Thank you for good advice.
You're welcome. Oh, we have no fire.
No fire. You mean lighter?
Yeah.
And what is behind that curtain over there?
Jagannath.
Jagannath.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, it works. Not sure. So, let's go.
Okay. Need some help?
Oops.
Ayuda?
Not really.
Alguna ayuda? Para ti?
Hare Krishna. Okay. So,
Okay, so what are you going to do the first?
the chants.
The chants.
The legendary chants. So I'm
If
gonna
you don't
show
make the chants, there is no chance to make a food for Krishna.
No chance. No chance. It's gonna work without chance.
Oh, and what is this?
Oh, this is ghee.
Ghee. Oh, what is ghee?
Ghee is clarified butter.
Clarified? What does it mean? Clarified? Like purified or?
Yeah. You put
Okay.
the impurities out and it's very healthy. Better than the oil and things like that. Canola oil is very unhealthy, creates cancer. So ghee is the best. It gives a nice aroma to the foodstuffs.
Okay.
So you heat up a little ghee
Okay.
and
So the proteins from mother are impurities.
yeah,
It's not like digestible for human being properly, or
something like that. So these are cumin seeds.
okay.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the first thing. You fry them a little bit.
Okay. How long?
Well, you have to be careful so you don't burn them.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Now, hink.
Okay. Hink. What is hink?
This is a special spice you can get in the Indian store.
Oh, it looks yellow.
Yeah, and would run out also. Anyway, just a bit.
Okay.
And now you do the ginger.
So this is kind of like base for chons, yes?
Yeah, this is the chunks, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And now you put all the tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's kind of like sauce. Kind of like sauce.
Yeah. And fry these tomatoes. And the chunks. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And this is the way how you keep your conscious of Krishna, yes?
Yeah.
By chanting the mantra.
Yeah, you think of Krishna's pleasure, Lord Jagannath. We're cooking for Lord Jagannath, not for myself, not for my friends, for Lord Jagannath.
Is this Lord Jagannath on the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Lord Jagannath. Haribo. All the time smiling. With nice big eyes. Like lotus.
So we're gonna wait a little bit.
Okay. So this is chance, okay?
For the tomatoes, they get a little soft.
Okay.
And in the meanwhile, we can start the chapati.
Chapati.
Or
That's the bread, yeah, you mentioned. That's the bread.
Okay, let's do the rice, because the rice is easier.
Okay.
Here I washed some basmati, 1 cup or something like that, and I washed it 3 times. That's good, you know, because there's a lot of impurity in the rice, so you have to wash it before. So
Why do you use basmati? Is it the best rice or
yeah.
the best quality?
best. We want the best for Krishna. So I'm just gonna put it here on the side. So I put a little ghee again.
So ghee is kind of like essential for any preparation,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
In the Vedic culture, they would put ghee everywhere.
Hmm.
Everywhere.
Even sweets?
Yeah, especially the sweets.
Okay.
So again, you heat up the ghee, and you add the rice. Very simple.
Oh, very nice. You are trying to put every single seed there.
Yeah.
So many times the people in Western world, they just don't care whatever is there left. Let's say in pot or in this seed, they just throw it away because they think, oh, it's not necessary. So this is a nice example how to be very practical and very economical and ecological at the same time.
These are Krishna's gifts to us. The rice, the vegetables, everything Krishna has supplied. So we should not waste. That's another important rule in the kitchen. Don't waste anything. The Mother Yamuna also, she was personally trained in cooking. She was a very expert cook. One devotee of Srila Prabhupada, Yamuna Devi. So she was also mentioning this rule, don't waste. Okay, so you little stir it, so it doesn't burn.
Okay.
And then you put water. And a little salt if you want.
How long should I fry the rice?
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. What about the chance? Is it okay? Is it done or not yet?
That's going on.
It's going on, okay.
So you have to calculate that, for example, now we're cooking this chons, so we don't have to stir it. So we can do some rice or some chapati on the side.
Okay.
You have to plan out. If you start to do chapati and then you want to do sabji, you're gonna make all the chapatis and then you have to wait until the sabji boils down. Okay, so there's also good planning is required. And while this is being boiled, I don't have to be on it. Let me do something in the meanwhile. And in this way, you save time. Otherwise, it is very time consuming, the cooking. If you don't plan it out properly, then especially when people start cooking, when they just start cooking, otherwise people don't cook usually. In the modern world, people rarely cook, but if they start cooking on a daily basis, they see it takes so much time. So you have to change your whole lifestyle in order to cook for Krishna. You have to change your lifestyle.
So it sounds like cooking is actually big science.
It is.
It's not just cooking some vegetables
for
and
the
that's
body,
it.
Yeah, it's not just for the body. It's for your life. I put 1 tablespoon of salt here in that rice.
Do you have any preference of salt? Like
Sea salt.
sea salt?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is getting a little soft. See? The tomato. So I think we can put the carrots. Okay. Put the carrots. And let's do chapati.
Chapati. Okay. That will be really interesting to see.
Yeah, so now I'm using a different burner.
Oh, the small one, okay?
Yeah, because we can
You don't need...
we use this for the chapati. So we need a pan. Okay. We need a rolling pin. Where is it? Here. And we need something to put the chapatis into. So I can put them in this pot. Okay. The dough
How
is-
hard or soft should be the dough?
The dough is now a little bit too soft. I'm going to add a little bit more flour.
Okay.
And then the last instrument is the special chapati holder made from a hanger. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, actually I saw this tool and I was like wondering what is it? Antenna for TV or? Now I see. Or braces for teeth?
It's a special gun.
Wow.
Okay.
It was very interesting.
Good.
So many new things.
Put this a little lower so the pan doesn't burn. Yeah, so here we have flour.
What is this kind of flour now are you using?
This is called chapati flour.
Chapati flour, okay?
There, you
Oh.
can get it in the Indian shop.
Okay.
It's the combination of white flour and the whole wheat flour.
Okay.
Yeah, you need that. Otherwise, the chapati, it's hard to roll it.
If you would use the regular flour, then it's not gonna work, yes?
The white flour, no.
Yes.
Okay, so if the dough is soft, that's good because you can always put the flour like this. You can add the flour like this. And that is the secret of how to make the chapatis puff. You need a very soft dough.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's too hard, they're gonna be like crackers. You see, so they're very easy to roll now because the dough is soft. You see? It's a joy to roll.